Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna show how I retouch this picture from this to this in Photoshop. So let's get started. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna duplicate the layer by press Command J and then go to Camera Raw by Shift Command A. So go to Camera Raw. If you can see, I already adjust the brightness of everything. So every time when I go to Camera Raw, I go to calibration first. So I start from blue in the bottom, blue, green, red. So you don't have to stick with neat numbers. So just keep that in mind. And next, I go to basic. So I play with the black, white, shadow, highlights. I don't touch any contrast too much because I really don't like contrast in the picture. So and then that's it with before and after on Camera Raw, and then press open. Next step, duplicate the layer again, and then I go to filter, liquify. I want her hair to have a volume, so I'm gonna pull it out like that. I use pressure 20 and density 50, so just go just a little bit and make her smile just like that, and then you can preview before and after, and I press OK. So this, I already done this, so I'm gonna remove this. So okay, and then let me zoom in. If you see that spot, there's a red spot on the face, I'm gonna use the healing brush tool by press new layer and then go to healing brush tool and just small like a 9 or 7 pixel and copy by press option, copy some area and then press just remove the red spot. This might take time, so I'm gonna move forward. I already done this, so I'm gonna show you. Let me remove this. I already done this, so this after. And then I'm gonna merge the layer again by press Shift Command E and duplicate the layer. And then I'm gonna use my action that's called high screen frequency. If you want to know how to create action skin frequency, so please leave the comment down below. I'm gonna create a tutorial about it, or you can look on Google. They already done a lot of them. So just make like blurry, not too blur, just about 27 and okay, and high pass just. You can see her skin, but not too much, just around this area, and then press OK. We go to about 15 and use the white brush tool. Just some area. I try not to touch her eye, just around her cheek, her chin. That's before and after, nothing much, but I don't want to make her skin look fake. So maybe go to 25. That's good. And next I'm gonna go to my action again. It's called skin smoothening. So this is gonna smooth out. So let me see. Just like that, and then I use the brush tool with white foreground. So opacity 100, just around her cheek. And this her hand a little bit. Alright, next I'm gonna use hair softening. Continue, just that okay. If you can see, I'm gonna invert, just make her hair like a smooth. So I go to 50%, and then I'm gonna use black foreground to remove from her face. Her hand too. Well, let me show you before and after. Not much change, but her skin more smooth. So next step I'm gonna create some, make her skin tone pop a little bit. So I use this all the time with a portrait. So I already make an action as well, but this one I can show you how I create this. So let's go to solid, and I use this color. Press OK and double click. Use blend mode to linear light and uncheck. Just check blend clip layer as groups, and then fill opacity just only 6%, opacity 70, and then blend the underlining layer. That's part OK, and inverse mask, and use white foreground, and then start painting. If you can see her skin a little bit bright, I try to do except her eyes, so I can do it to her hand. Is that too much? You can change opacity. Let me check opacity. Just on her hair. So I already done this, so I show you before and this after. I remove this. So next I'm gonna do dot and burn. So I already done this, so dot and burn and gonna be have like a gray 50%, and use just curve and use the black and white to guide me how to I use dot and what area I should use burn. So I'm gonna show you about that. So let's start over. So remove this, and I create a layer, and then go to edit, fill, and use 50% gray. Press OK, and then go to soft light, and next one curve. This gonna be not too much like that. Okay, dot, and inverse layer, and then go to curve again and drag it down just about that, and then this be burn, inverse mask. And then you go to black and white. You can play with that to see you have a guide. To see this area you have to do dot or burn. So that's it, and then you group it together. Press Command G, D and B, dot and burn. So what I do usually, I go to, let me see, 50% gray. I go to flow, just 1%. And if you can see that, why I want to turn on the black and white so I can see which area I need to do dot and burn. Gray, the white foreground is dot. If you press X again to change to black, that called burn. So I'm gonna do dot for change foreground to white. So I start painting some area you need. Her nose. Alright, this area is just her skin, so I'm not gonna touch her skin too much. If you can see that part of her skin, so I'm not gonna touch this area too much, just make it a little bit bright. And then you get an idea, so I use dot and move to 2% to and white foreground. Just make her eye pop just like that. I'm gonna do her hair too as well. I use flow 2%, opacity 100. Just make a highlights and burn. Search somewhere you want to burn on her hair and go back to her eye. Her eye, have a brow, her eyelash or her eyebrow, so I want to create more depth, so I create to 4 to 7%, and I use very small brush and start doing this area. You have to be patient with this so you get an idea. Just like that. Let me show you. One side, so this before and after. So then I do the highlights. Highlights, I already make an action. So you can see highlight, it just curves. So you drag to that. So you just use, I use just 2% pro to put on her eye and her hair. Just okay. So let me show you before and after. So let me show you how I done dot and burn this. And then I want to make her eye more pops. Okay, so I'm gonna go to levels and click linear dodge. So I show you. Let me remove this. I already done that. So pop. So you don't have to change everything here. You just decrease opacity, just 20%, maybe just like that, and paint this area. And next I'm gonna make her skin, just paint like a contour on her skin that before and after. So this gonna be my action every time when I done this, so I save like an action, so I don't have to do it again and again, just save a lot of time. So that we call skin tone palette. You can make so many color you want, so I can show you how to create the tone. So I create the solid color, so pick the color like that, and then use the soft light and just 40%, and then you create another. I usually underlining layer, I make a little bit like that, and then you can copy this layer by command J, and you change the color you like, like this. With the layer, after you're done, so you group this together and skin tone colors, so gonna be like this, so many colors. So I already done this, so I make just 40% just on her cheek, so I use opacity just 20%, just paint on her cheek just like that, and then I do like contour her chin like here. So depend what you're looking for, the look you're looking for. So this is my look, my style. So that's it. So next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use a digital texture. So I have, let me check. What did I use before? I'm gonna use this one, and I press, move it right there, and then press OK. Let me move it right here. So I'm gonna select, I'm gonna use hard lights, and then I'm gonna go filter, blur, Gaussian blur, make a little bit of blur of the black, the texture, not too much, just like that, and then I'm gonna decrease opacity just this much, and I'm gonna make a mask. I'm gonna start just remove on her face a little bit, so I go to opacity maybe 30% and black foreground. Start painting. I use feather just this much, and then start remove from her skin and her dress. Maybe too much. Maybe 20%. Like so. So this, I already done this, it's gonna be look like this. Let me remove this. So next I'm gonna make her eye more pop. Go to curve and then just drag somewhere right here. If you can see her eye a little bit pop, so I invert a mask and use white foreground. I go opacity 100. Just this area. Kind of too much, so we go like this much. and then I'm gonna correct her skin tone by go to selective color. I already done that, so I just want to show you that I just use red color and yellow. So you can play with your subject. It depends what color you're looking for. So for me, that before and after, not much change, just a little touch. So let me show you that before the digital texture, that is after. So next I'm gonna duplicate the layer by press Command G, and then I go to camera raw. Let me convert to smart object, and then you go to camera raw by press Shift Command A. When I go to camera raw, I just want her skin. I just want her skin to more contrast. You can see that before and after. I just want her skin to more pop, so I go to like this much. Bright. Contrast just a little bit more, so I show you before and after. I didn't touch anything else, just white, black, and then contrast. That's it, and then I press OK. When I press OK, I'm gonna create a mask. I invert, it's just only on her face, so I invert the mask and I use white foreground and paste on her body. On her face. I already done this, so see before and after, just on her face. And then I do vignettes. It's more like a dreamy look. So let me show you how I make a vignette. Let's go to gradient and use this color. I pick somewhere around here. I just want to match with her background, so it's gonna be like probably this, just like that, and then press OK. And white, I'm gonna delete it. So press OK, and then I use gradient and then reverse, just like that, and scale, move a little bit further, just this much. You can see before and after. And I use black foreground to remove on her face, so opacity I might decrease just this much and remove just on her face, just like that. So I already done this as well, so I show you before and after. See, I'm gonna remove just on her face, so her face more pop. The last one I'm gonna duplicate the layer again. So every time I don't want to make a crazy layer, I'm gonna merge and duplicate them. So I hope you guys not confused. Okay, so I go to camera raw by press Shift Command A, and I want her a little bit of cool color, so gonna be 3 there, and then press OK. See before and after. So I just like that, and then I'm gonna create a mask and use black foreground and just this maybe opacity 50% and just paint on her face just a little bit. Okay, and then I go to color balance. If you can see that I want a little bit of cool tone, so I go to mid-tone and then shadow. You can play around, so what color, what tone you like. So this is my kind of my style. So after that, I don't want on her face, so I'm gonna create a mask and use black foreground. So black conceal, white reveal. So alright, so I use black. 50% is fine. So I can start paint on her body. This much. Alright, I think that's it. So let me show you before and after again. If you have any question, please let me know. And thank you so much for being patient. Bye bye.